Hello again, everybody. Yeah, it's been a while again. I've been taking a lot of breaks from YouTube, haven't I? That's just life and just doing stuff. The stuff that I've been doing, basically working, just maintenance on stuff around the house. Not very interesting stuff. So, really no projects or anything to speak of. Now, if you remember, one of the last videos, we changed the transmission fluid in the old Buick here, and I'm happy to report I've got about 1,500 miles on it, maybe a little more, and it's actually the transmission is working better than it has in years, actually. I guess maybe some of the fluid was dirty, maybe the way that filter had been hit, it was starving for fluid or something. I don't think it had hurt the transmission. There was a lot of gunk in there, and that kind of worried me. That's why I wanted to put, I was going for a couple of thousand miles on it. I'll probably put a few more thousand on it before I for sure determine that it's 100% fixed. As of right now, it is doing great. One problem that I do have, let me spin you around here and I'll show you. Okay, my problem is, this is my driveway that I have to drive that car in and out of. It's not a problem at all for anything else. Old Green, the Silverado, the van, the bus. None of them have any problems with this. It's not that bad. But the Buick doesn't like it. You may see over here, you know, the problem is, as you can see right there, I'm damaging my rock. I don't want to hurt that rock, so we got to lift the Buick up a little bit. You know, because we got to save the rock. Problem is, okay, the problem is, how do you lift the suspension on a car? You can go under here and you can put a spacer up here on the strut tower that will space out the suspension and push your suspension down a little bit, and you'll get a little bit more lift out of that, and that will essentially give you a suspension lift. Problem is, that changes your steering geometry, and it changes the angle. I don't know if I can get a shot of it or not. Okay, you can see this shaft leading across here. That is your CV axle, constant velocity axle. And if you notice right now, it is fairly straight across there. Of course, the wheel turns back and forth, so it has to turn on this end. And also, for the suspension to go up and down, it has to move. But most of the time, you want it to be fairly straight. Now, when you go lifting suspension, the same with with cranking up the torsion bars on a pickup truck with torsion bar suspension, what you are doing is you're changing the angle of this drive shaft. It puts more strain on your CV joints, and they will fail really quickly. Now, lifting the car, I would have to basically drop the transmission down farther when I lifted it, which would completely miss the point of lifting it. So how else can you lift a car? Well, let me show you what I'm trying and what I'm going to do. Okay, so this tire on the driver's side looks a little different, doesn't it? This is a 235 75 15. These are the ones that I took off of Old Green when I bought Old Green's new tires. These are not that bad of tires, but one of my wheel cylinders on Old Green had failed, and it soaked the inside of that tire with brake fluid. So I'm not going to run that permanently on here. That is for a test fit. Now, what I was worried about, as you can see how much room is around the tire. Not a whole lot. Now, if you look on the other side, that's how much room is around that one. This is a 205 70 15, so it is a little smaller. Actually, quite a bit smaller. One thing I was worried about, which was not an issue apparently, was this spring perch right here. This is where the spring sits. It sticks out over the tire a little, and you can see there's not much room here. Well, it's even closer with the other tire, but there's still room. You can still get your finger in there. And that doesn't, the distance between there and there doesn't change. Another thing I was worried about was like this, which I could cut that out if I needed to, and up here. I was worried that when you turned, it would rub. It does not. I drove it around. Now, there are two different size tires on here, so I didn't want to drive it very far. I just drove it out of the creek, turned around and come straight back. Didn't get over 5 miles an hour, so it didn't hurt anything. But you can see that it is close, but it clears. And it clears at full lock either way, and anything in between. It does not rub. Even driving down through the creek there, it does not rub even when I get down into here and make that turn to go this way. So, I think it is fine. And what we're going to do is we are going to go get, I'm going to do it two at a time. I'm going to get all four, but I'm going to get 2 new tires for the front, the same type that I got on Old Green. They're the Walmart tires. Well, I'll just show you. Okay, they are the Dextero. They are all-terrain tires. These are the DAT1. There it is. DAT1. And these are actually the same exact size as the one, because these replaced the tire that's on the Buick right now. So they're the same exact size. They have this cool side tread, and they have a fairly aggressive tread, which I think will help. I know with cars you don't usually have to deal with that, but I live up a creek, remember? So these same tires, not the ones on Old Green. Old Green's keeping these, don't worry. These same kind of tires are going on the Buick, on the front. Now, I may get a different kind of tire for the back. I'm not getting it this week, though, but I may get a different kind of tire for the back just so that I've got a good tire. Okay, so I'm going to go to Walmart, get some tires for this car. Okay, well, I'm back from Walmart. They did not have the ones I was wanting, the Dexteros. So I got the next thing that they had, and I think it'll work. I got some Goodyear Wrangler radials. The way that I know that these will definitely fit is because that's what that is exactly. So yeah, we'll just slap these on there. So that don't look too bad. You can kind of tell that the back wheel is a little smaller. But I'm going to have to solve my little problem of the spring hanger. That was what I was worried about with this one. Actually, with the new tire, it's a little bit bigger, so I had to take a hammer and I had to do some percussive adjustment on this. So, you know, this one over here though, it has a lot of interference, and I don't think I can just kind of bend that up. I'm going to have to figure out something else. Also, it gets really close over here. The back's fine, but the front is a little close, so I'm going to get some of the same tires on the back, but I'm going to have to do some modifications. I'm going to have to think about it. I think I know what I might be able to do, but anyway, so far it seems like it should work. Yep, we're going to go take this little test drive and we're going to see how it does. Looks a little bit better with the rims painted too. Painted them while I had tires off. I mean, why not? Till they get brake dust all over them again, but oh well. We're going to take it for a test drive and see if it rubs, see what all goes on with it, how it does. Also, we're going to try out going out of the creek and make sure it doesn't drag. But other than that, it should be fine. Just a real quick update. We come up to the store and we got a small clearance issue on that shock tower back there. I may have to bend it up a little bit more, but it's kind of self-clearancing. It may be fine. It's also rubbing right here some. That doesn't bother me any, I don't think. Yeah, there's really nothing. I don't even know why that's there. I can cut that out very easy. Alright, no real problem. I guess I'm going to close out this little video because it'll probably be dark by the time we get back anyway. I appreciate everybody watching, and I'll see y'all on the next one.